Are the bangs gonna cover up the stitches?
No.
Yeah, that's the intention.
Oh no, you're gonna give yourself bangs in this video? Wowie, wowie, wowie.
Wowie zowie.
Wowie zowie.
Wowie
We got
wowie.
Grace Helbig again.
Please never say it like that again.
Grace Helbig.
Did you know you were gonna say it like that before you said it?
No, because I said
Why
wowie,
did that come
wowie.
out of your mouth?
Well, because you have to follow up wowie, wowie.
With a Grace Helbig?
Grace Helbig.
Yeah, my name implies a speech impediment.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Grace, for being here.
Thank you. Thank you.
Damn. Speaking of damn channel status. Going way back to your beginnings with Daily Grace.
Yeah.
That channel had almost 2.5 million subscribers, and then you had to abandon it. You had to leave it.
Yeah, weird times, very strange times.
Yeah, that was, we don't need to get into all those details. You've talked about that a lot.
Yeah, this was like 2012-ish or 2014 maybe, when I kind of jumped ship from my channel over to my own channel. And it was really, I think, like the first time we were all seeing in the space that was where kind of the power of like influence lied. Yeah. And it was a lot of support from like you guys, from John and Hank, from Rhett and Link, from everyone in the space that really encouraged an independent channel. So I'm really appreciative.
Yeah, it was like you made Grace's version.
Yeah, because they could.
Grace's version.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, we all want to support
like
that.
you inspired Taylor Swift, I think.
I think she probably did take a note.
You know what? I didn't want to say that this quickly in this, but
you come to realize that recently?
I think that's implied. When I enter a room, it's like, oh, that's the girl that inspires Taylor Swift. Yeah.
Well, let's see the kind of content that inspired Taylor Swift.
I mean, she does say that she is a functional alcoholic on her new album.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
This is the first video that I think we could find. This is what we think is the first video, titled, I'm Still Drunk.
Yeah, and I like how this is the first video we can find, and it has the word still in it. Like, it implies there was more to that.
I'm really curious about this.
Have you seen this one in a bit?
I'm in it, I assume. So I'm sure at some point I saw something that had to do with this.
Do you remember this? Like, do you even?
If this is from, okay, so here's the like, what really happened with my channel. So when I was in college, I took editing classes, and my college roommate and I, similar to like your friendship and your creative partnership, we started making YouTube videos together, but our editing class had us register our YouTube account so we could post our projects and show them to the class. So my account started from that editing class in college in like 2008. And then I got hired at My Dem Channel and started making content for them. Then we started the Daily Grace channel. When that business-wise wasn't negotiating well, I moved back to my original channel. So some of the original content was college projects, which I think most of them have been actually taken down or removed from like copyright infringement. So I am wildly curious what this one might be.
This one's still there.
Okay.
This one's still for the public. Oh, it's My Damn Channel.
Yeah.
Hi guys, today I decided to do a Daily Grace Q&A and I went
She looks sleepy. She looks
Well, I don't know if
I
it's
see a
sleepy or if it's drunk.
I like videos that are titled exactly what's going on.
There's a different emotion in your eyes. Like, when I see you now, you don't look like that
I
expression.
do look like that now, but that's because I've had breast cancer for the last year. This is like a girl that's seeing death, but because she's just wildly hungover living in Brooklyn.
Got it.
I feel like you're looking past the camera lens.
Yeah.
I don't think you're actually looking at the camera.
No, I think I'm looking into the future of like hope. What is there, like suntan lotion?
Yeah, you got suntan lotion. You got the light
laundry
in the shot. It's good.
Yeah. There is always a light that I put in the background that I never actually used to light the shot itself, but I wanted people to know that like, hey, I own production equipment.
Your film brain.
I'm a professional.
Okay.
Well, I think
the side pony didn't show that already.
Yeah.
Very professional. I think looking past the camera is a good technique because then you don't get overwhelmed by like, oh, I'm on camera.
Yes.
You're like, I'm looking into a void.
Yeah, I to this day have a difficult time making eye contact with people. So it just all started from a place. We all start from a place.
And the camera feels like it's a person.
Yeah, exactly.
Or millions of people, maybe.
Exactly. Man, she loved a statement necklace. That's for sure. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, you're iced out.
Damn, blingin'.
Didn't you make Edward 40 Hands videos?
That was a game that has existed before I decided to
invent
play.
that.
All right,
You know?
Yeah.
Fair.
This was the first video that was public on my damn channel.
Oh,
the other
okay.
day.
You guys hear some cues, and now I'm gonna A the out of them. Let's get
Nice.
right to it. I'm gonna try and do as many as I can. Look at this. What's that? Wow, you guys asked a lot of questions. I'm gonna let some people down.
This is a vacant young woman.
Until the cookie gets made. How do you get your hair so shiny? I wash it. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag all the time? What are your thoughts on Comic-Con? Great. What's your favorite dance move? I love
Aged well.
this.
Yeah.
And then you do this, and then you do this. What's your favorite
Whoa.
sex position? Yeah. What are your thoughts on
What? Sorry, what? That was nice. That was
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
That was
I
nice.
love
Oops,
editing.
shit. Sorry, I pressed the button. and
Oh,
it went to this.
Anthony, you.
What is
This
this?
is where I showed you how feminist I was.
Okay. What are your thoughts on the U.S. woman?
Okay, hold on. Should we take guesses on?
Okay.
I feel like so far all of your answers have aged really well because
Yeah.
I know
Thanks.
any Q&A that Anthony and I did in this era.
Yeah. Yeah, do you guys watch your old content unless you have to?
Only by force.
Yeah, yeah,
Only
yeah.
if there's a gun to my
Only
head.
for more content.
Right,
Yeah.
yes, yeah, okay. That makes sense.
Do you remember what you said? Your thoughts are about the U.S. Women's World Cup?
I have no idea.
I think you might have said something like a lot less balls or something.
Maybe, or
I think you're gonna
something
make a
about
cup joke.
That's what
Like,
I
it's
was like,
not
it's
gonna-
one of the two.
I think it's like a 2 girls, 1 cup joke.
No.
We'll see.
Okay, let's see where you went.
See where my brain went.
US Women's World Cup? Women's World Cup. Good one. Even though
What? You didn't say anything about
Yeah.
Okay.
Even though you make lyrics videos, do you like Lady Gaga? I think you're just gonna say. I think you're
God,
just gonna
no.
say yes.
It's possible. I really don't know what this young woman's gonna say.
Do you feel like this is not even you? Like.
It is a version of me, but man, you think that you're so much older than you are
Yeah.
in so much of what you're doing,
Yeah.
and then you look back, you're like, that is a young woman. But see, the part of this too is that I was making videos 5 days a week on my damn channel's website,
Yeah.
not YouTube, for 2 years before we started uploading them to YouTube.
Wow.
So I have been, even though this might be the first video on there, it's been probably 2 years that I've been making videos doing like this format of it.
God.
I think at this point it was pretty easy for me to make a video wildly hungover and just slip it into this format. You guys have been there.
Sure.
Yeah.
I feel like, yeah, of course. Actually, no,
No, not really. It was only one time that I shot it.
One
really
time,
hungover.
yeah, we had to do a lunchtime video right after we were in Vegas.
That'll do it, yeah.
So hungover.
It was really
But that was
bad.
really the only. I think we both like took. Not that I'm saying you didn't take making videos serious, but like I was like.
say it.
It kind of sounds like you're saying.
I
that.
was
Yeah.
I was like very serious, like about like, which sounds, yeah. Anyway, yeah, the sketches we would do. The sketches we would do, I would be like, well, I will not
No, for
drink.
sure,
like,
yeah.
the night before, like doing like.
This is
sketch.
also, it became, like, I was living in Brooklyn at the time, and this is when YouTube was, like a secret hobby.
Oh, yeah.
And I was doing comedy at the People's Improv Theater like a few nights a week, trying to do like traditional, like gritty New York comedy scene. And then I'd run back to my apartment and like make my secret little videos as my like job.
Yeah.
That I loved doing. I started to love doing this more than like the actual live performance stuff. So this was still just like so subversive that it was like, oh, I'm gonna go get drunk at the theater that I'm doing all of this other stuff at, and then I'll come do my job. And then it's like you make friends with content creators who, I don't know, make drinks for a living, and then it just becomes embedded into like whatever brand you're developing.
Yeah, it was definitely like, I mean,
Of an era.
it's still content that people do.
Yeah,
like get drunk and make stuff, and it's like,
But I admire the professionalism.
Right. I remember when we shot Smosh the movie, you're like, I am not drinking a single drink for this entire
I was like,
15 days.
It was also because I was like, I was also terrified of like forgetting my lines.
Yeah.
And we had like so many lines to memorize that I was like, I can't.
Well, see, this is, when you're literally by yourself in your apartment shooting and then editing, so you're in full control.
That's true.
So it's like, I
can be
as drunk as I want because I can edit myself in a way that saves it, maybe.
It's also kind of funny that you were doing the comedy thing.
Yeah.
And doing this as a job.
Yeah,
and
which was unbelievable and unheard of at the time.
Yeah.
So it was like this weird feeling of like, I have my dream job while I'm trying to audition for all these other things. Like, this is amazing. So it was like, even though it looks a bit like homemade, obviously, I took it really seriously. Like, I didn't miss a day, and I was like very dedicated, regardless of the physical state that I was in, of like the consistency of content.
But 5 days a week is crazy. You said for 2 years before you even started uploading. That's like 500 videos.
Yes, it's a lot. That's why when you're like, we're gonna watch some old videos, I was like, this could be anything. Really anything. Yeah, and there's a few videos that like I was in not a very good, like, really, really hungover and shouldn't have been making content, but it was like, I can't miss a day. It's like, I can't not go into work today. And they became creatively edited. This was the era of Tumblr too. This is when Tumblr was huge. And I remember posting all my videos on Tumblr to try and get people to watch them too.
I can't even fathom that.
I know.
It's a very dependent relationship. I need it. Cake or pie? I don't really like pie. I don't like pie.
Controversial.
Yeah, you're saying it like you're gonna.
I've always been controversial.
Bro, you're gonna get canceled for that.
I don't really like pie.
You looked around like with absolute shame too.
Yeah.
You still feel
a lot of secrets revealed. I love cake. Never been a pie girl. Yeah. How about you guys?
Change.
I know. Consistency.
Yeah, Ian, are you a pie girly or are you a cake girly?
See, if I had to assume, I would assume you like pie.
He looks like a pie girly.
You seem like a guy that goes to a diner, gets a cup of coffee, eats a pie.
Look, that actually sounds lovely.
Honestly,
that sounds. I do love a diner. I do love a shitty diner.
Yeah,
and you are into pastries, right? Like,
I do love pastries, but I will say, although, like, I mean, cheesecake is probably goated.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess I have to say I'm a cake guy.
Okay.
But, I mean, like, come on, man. Pumpkin pie, pecan pie.
Pecan pie is great, yeah.
I love a good apple pie.
Look, I don't dislike pie, but I do love cake.
Okay, fair.
Cake is better.
Cake is better.
I said it and I don't like it, but I'll eat the shit out of it. I like cake icing. I wish cake was only like this thick. And then icing.
This still stands.
It's fair.
I'm gonna open up a bakery and it's just gonna be thin cakes. With
This is the longest part of the video, is me just describing.
I like it.
She is hungover.
thin cakes.
Still going.
Do you think you went and bought a cake after this and just ate it?
Possible.
No. Which orange came first, the fruit or the color? Oh. Why can't I run with scissors? It's fun. Because you will hurt yourself.
Where are these questions from?
Yeah, what is a screenshot from?
I believe these are from Tumblr.
Really?
This is where I used to every day, because I would have these formats where it would be like, I'm going to answer questions on Tuesdays or haze people. I'm going to teach you how to do something. I'm going to review something. And I would always use my Tumblr to ask, what should I do today?
Damn.
Yeah, so it was like a fully fed system.
But I mean, like, I think Reddit has just become the dominant board.
A theme to film. Oh, that's a fun question. I like filming Thursday how-tos. I like teaching you guys how to do things. Because I am controlling. How did interviewing the Harry Potter cast feel? It felt like I was interviewing very attractive, wealthy people that were younger and more successful than me.
Yeah.
Great times. How would you?
Did you interview them?
Yeah, at this point, I worked for Attack of the Show on G4.
Oh yeah.
Whoa.
And
Wow.
that was like my first like real like gigs that I was getting. I got to do a lot of like their New York correspondence for like movie junkets.
Wow.
And also I was a bit willing to do literally anything. And that show loved to not humiliate, but have their creatives really get creative with the interview process. So they would constantly give me costumes to wear while I was doing like the junkets. And look, it was copacetic because I had a few producers that are buds that I really love so much. And so it was like we would riff on these like really stupid ideas and then they would like actually get the costumes for them. And then I would actually have to sit there in like a Mad Eye Moody weird eyeball thing while I'm interviewing like Rupert Grint being like, hello.
Would you show up and be like, this is just a costume? Or were you like fully playing into it?
There's one where Will Ferrell, it was a movie that he was doing, it was out here in Los Angeles actually, and he was like it was like a telenovela kind of film, and it was so good and so funny, but he wears like this full white suit as a like drug mule in like Mexico. And so they got me a full white suit to wear to interview him. And when we got into those junket rooms, you only get like maybe 4 minutes for each person, then you have to move. I wasn't even gonna be on camera. I came in and the camera was only on him and I was just in a full white
Did you know
suit.
that you wouldn't be on camera or you got?
No, not until we got there. And I was just like, hello, I'm meeting like an icon of comedy. Like truly in the most, I'm like, I just want to make him laugh. And I was like, this is so embarrassing. But he was like the best sport.
Did you disclose to him? You're like, this is, or did you just play into it?
I think I was just like, I gotta just say yes to this bit. And he was such a team player that he was like, we'll try and get you on camera. Like, it was so nice, but it was like also so humiliating.
Well, I know that feeling because when I interviewed The Rock, this was like a month or so after that picture of him in the fanny pack dropped, where he has the turtleneck and fanny pack.
And the chain.
So I showed up, and the chain.
Yeah.
Can't forget the chain.
Yes.
And so I showed up to the interview wearing that outfit. He didn't say a single thing.
I don't think he even noticed it looked like it.
Really?
He was just like, this is just what this guy does.
This is this guy's style. Wow.
I once mentioned, I was like, great. I just look like an idiot in front of The Rock. You didn't say anything about it.
But what's funny is I think that you would legit wear that outfit now.
Yeah.
I think it's a vibe.
Yeah.
It's definitely a vibe.
But back then you were embarrassed about it.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. Well, anytime you're trying to do something to impress like someone that's famous, it is a bit degrading.
Yeah.
Sure. I guess I was just hoping for him to acknowledge it because it wasn't
anything
at that point, and just no.
No. Wow.
He was too busy answering the question of when you were younger, did people call you the Pebble?
That's true.
When was the last time you got drunk? To be honest, I feel like I'm still drunk from last night. I had a wedding last night, and it was really fun.
Oh, a wedding. Okay.
That's where you got the title of the video, right there, right?
Yeah,
or did you go?
but that's sensible. She went to a wedding, so this is warranted.
It was totally a wedding, right?
Yeah. I'm happy to hear that for her.
Yeah. It's okay to get drunk at weddings. That's a socially acceptable
you have
place.
To. That's how you show love to a married couple.
Yeah. You throw up on their dance floor.
And then you get back to work.
Yeah.
Vegetarian or was it pescatarian? I'm a pescatarian. I eat fish, but I've been a vegetarian pescatarian since sophomore year of college in 2005. Who's your favorite mob wife? Dorita. She don't give a fuck.
Oh, Mob
We're
Wives was
talking
on
about.
TV.
Plus, her name sounds like Dorito. Dorito.
Dorito.
And she got super awesome hair and makeup all the time. All the time.
That just
We're
sounds
gonna
like.
watch this whole video.
Yeah. To me, that sounds like you're doing Jenna Marbles impression.
Yeah, a little bit.
How long is this video? I think we need to watch all 45 minutes of it.
Do we need to watch all 45 minutes of it?
We don't have to watch the whole. We don't have to watch the whole thing.
Okay.
Maybe we can skip to your favorite part.
Wouldn't know what that is. No, I think these are all like 3 or 4 minutes or something like that.
What is your favorite college memory? I really like studying abroad in London. London?
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm very cultural.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, it's over. Adding your cues. Thank you for asking so many just really cute questions.
So
There was no millennial pause in that video.
What's the millennial pause?
Well, I mean,
Really?
it was very succinct. It was very on to the next thing, on to the next thing, on to the next thing. When I feel like a lot of videos of that time, there was like so much dead space between like stuff.
Yeah, well, that's the thing that really excited me about the internet from day one was jump cuts. The idea of removing like the dead space and then also like keeping in like just like I don't think I'm very musically inclined, but it's similar to how I imagine people compose music when you're like figuring out the rhythm of a video edit, and that's what I love. Like I knew that my brain might not work at the highest capacity every day to say really funny things, but I could edit them into something that was maybe interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was punchy, so.
The millennial pause? Is that?
Well, I mean, that has more to do with like when you're like
starting a video
on like Instagram.
Is it really like what is the difference between Gen Z? They just start right out.
It's just going. Yeah,
So
there's no waiting to see like that it started recording.
And it's like 1 second?
Not even. It could be like
So
a half
brief.
A half second, but it's too long.
But
half
they'll
second is too
know.
long.
They'll know.
But it's like seeing the trust in your eyes of looking at your device and wondering. If
It's a little too vulnerable.
It makes me, man, you guys Gen Z, you know what you're doing. You guys make me nervous pointing out all of
our flaws.
Our quirks. Wow, hungover and young.
And
to be so alive.
And nothing aged too bad. Like,
yeah. I'm really happy about that.
All the A's that you Q'd or all the Q's that you A'd, aged pretty well. Congrats.
Thank you.
Props to you.
Thank you.
Anything too
I don't think I really said anything. It's like kind of the takeaway.
Yeah, I'm like, what did I learn about Grace from watching that?
Nah, it was like kind of unoffensive.
Prefers cake. That's not too much.
Yeah, it's
Really
like
prefers
kind of an asexual being. Just sort of trolling an audience that kind of supports her at the same time. Yeah.
I just did the math, and around this time, you had created about 750 videos at this point.
Yeah.
Crazy.
So it was, it felt at that time like an endless well of creativity, which was so fun. And then when you cut to like 4 years later, then it's like, oh, no shit. I was like, I'm burnt out.
Totally
I have no ideas left. No one needs to hear any more of my thoughts anymore.
Right.
I feel like this like style of putting out content every single day still exists today, but like on TikTok.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing. I'm like, I feel like I've taken some time away from the space just from feeling burnout and also from just like growing up a little bit and wanting to experience something different. But now that I'm coming back and I'm looking at trying to understand TikTok, and it does feel very reminiscent of like this time, and I'm trying to like have more fun making content that way, like kind of tapping into this like care less.
I feel
like not to say it's disposable, but it is more
silly.
Like
it's
disposable
silly for the sake
content.
Of being silly.
Yeah.
Like I'm not trying to make any really profound points here about anything. Yeah. It's just like there is a reliable clown in this room for you every day if you want to hang out with her for a few minutes. And I think that was really kind of the symbiotic relationship that developed with the audience that was really special.
I feel like YouTube has turned to be a little bit more serious.
Well, it's like people are uploading like 2.5 hour vlogs on there. So you can really spend an entire day with someone if you want to. And this, at least for this point in my life too, I was very much like, I'm doing comedy first, and anything that's personal is like way.
Yeah, you didn't say a single personal thing.
No, and like I was in a very long-term relationship like at this point that like no one really knew about at all. And so everything was like very much, that stuff had nothing to do with my comedy. And so this was always just like comedy first. And now I have been much more personal online, and it's really interesting, but it's just very different styles of content creation.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've been a lot more vulnerable with talking about things that you've dealt with in your life and your relationships and your struggles.
Yeah, which has been really nice because I also feel like that is part of my human experience and helps me process things. But now I'm also at a point too where it's like I want to do more of that. Like I want to do more. Like I just want to be a little clown again.
Yeah.
Because life can be really silly if you want it to be.
Yeah, like you feel like you kind of got a little serious or something?
Yeah, I got a little serious and a little just like burnout on making content and like figuring out like what did I even like doing? Do I like doing this? Am I good at this? Is there like, you know, all those big purpose questions. And now I'm like, yeah, I actually like making people laugh a whole lot. And I would like to do that some more. So
Yeah, and this next video is your most iconic video. Hold on, wait. Okay,
hold
so
on.
this is your most iconic video.
Okay.
Do you need to take a moment first?
Yeah. Wow.
Do you want to explain what this is?
Yeah.
This was 2013, January 2013.
2013. She's still drinking heavily. This time, not at weddings. This time at her neighbor's house next door. I believe this was a Super Bowl party or some sort of party that was happening at my neighbor's house, and it started during the daytime, and it went all day. And towards the end of the evening, I believe I tried to pet their dog on their deck, and I took a tumble down the stairs. And Hannah Hart found me at the bottom of the stairs and quickly got out of the koala onesie that she was wearing to alert my boyfriend at the time to take me to urgent care.
That's how bad it was.
That's how bad it was, but you know, the show must go on. I was working for My Dumb Channel and I had to make a video the next day. So I got stitches and I decided, well, like everything else that had been in my system of how I made videos, you just say yes to what's happening in your life at that time and you make it into content.
Yeah, if I didn't have the context, I would say, this doesn't look good.
Yeah. This looks like I got in a bar fight the night before. But no, I just wanted to pet a dog after having too many drinks near a stairs.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Yeah.
And it's got over 1 million views.
Yeah, that's the good thing is that this is really... really happy to be an influencer to the youth at this point.
Let's see how you're influencing the youth.
I joke this weekend. Left me in stitches.
Nice.
Still wearing the medical bracelet.
Grace took a tumble this weekend. I tripped over my neighbor's dog and fell down some stairs. And now I have 4 stitches above my eye. Yay! If you haven't been able to figure out, I am not a very functional person when it comes to coordination or balance.
You're getting vulnerable.
Yeah, there's some real life stuff.
Animals. I literally got stitches put in like 5 hours ago, but I'm here now making a video for you because stairs can't hold me down, but apparently gravity can. And you might be like, where the f are we, Grace? Well, we're in my bathroom where Lincoln watches me shit. Don't ya? Because another lesson that I can teach all of you is that when life gives you a problem, you need to cover up the problem and hopefully the problem will just fix itself. So that's why I'm gonna give myself bangs again. I've been thinking about bangs again.
Yay!
But, you know, the opportunity just presented.
Are the bangs gonna cover up the stitches?
No.
Yeah, that's the intention.
Oh no, you're gonna give yourself bangs in this video?
Yeah. This is the most internet girl thing I could do, like, possible. I think I really set the trend of like bangs. If a girl has bangs, sit her down and ask her if she's okay.
I mean, yeah. Generally, it's like a breakup maybe just occurred.
It's like something has happened.
Yeah.
Not nothing has happened. Women get bangs when something is happening.
Okay.
Serious reason. It's a cry for help.
Yeah, even if they say it's nothing, that means there's something.
Okay.
Yeah, and really taking my artistry into my own hands here. So.
Well, you have a valid reason. You're covering up a wound,
Yeah,
right?
and this was the first time that I had experienced the Los Angeles urgent care system, and I remember having the most gorgeous doctor put these stitches in my head, and my the guy I was dating at the time, he and I were like, well, we went to the hospital, we waited for hours in the emergency room there, and we weren't brought back, so we were like, let's just find an urgent care. Now it's like the morning, we go to urgent care, we're so hungover waiting in this urgent care lobby. They give you a buzzer system. And so we were like, oh, how this buzzer like works in this area. I remember he and I went to the bar across the street with
While
the buzzer.
waiting to get stitches?
Had a beer at the bar across the street because we were so hungover. Went back when our buzzer, and she was doing my stitches, and she was like, "You're bleeding everywhere," because it thinned my blood so wildly.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah, so just like a real inspiring time.
Did you have like your head wrapped or anything?
Yeah. Well,
So you were
no,
at the
I
bar-
had they cleaned it in the emergency room for me, but it was just like the emergency room was so backed up. So we were like, let's just go down the street, and because I just had to get a couple stitches, and yeah, we were just like waiting for so long, and yeah, you know, really resilient.
Nice and thin blood.
Yeah,
That's always good when you're getting
That's
stitches.
why I learned, like, yeah, if you're going to the doctors, don't drink beforehand. They'll know.
Yeah.
It'll
Did they call
thin
you
your
out?
blood.
Did they call you out?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because, yeah.
Oh,
Lots of lessons learned.
good.
Horrible job. So bad that I had to go to my hairdresser and have her fix them for me. But hey, what do they say about trying something you failed at once for the second time? They say, why are you trying this again? But I just watched a lovely YouTube tutorial because you can learn everything on YouTube. This lovely little Asian girl that says all the time cut her own bangs, and she told me how to do it, and now I feel the confidence from her to do it. You need 4 things to cut 5 things. You can still count. Yeah, bruise this guy. Parents, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. Everything's fine. I'm fine. I'm really okay. Yeah, this happened too. Look, it makes my arm look skinnier now. Bonus.
God, still drunk from the night before.
A bag of some sort.
And you drank this day, too.
Scissors.
Yeah. This is like, we had just moved to Los Angeles from Brooklyn, so it was like getting used to Los Angeles. Like in New York, you're like going out all the time,
Yeah.
and then getting used to Los Angeles culture was a bit of a culture shock, but look how well she adapted.
You adapted pretty well.
Let's get started. I haven't washed my hair either, so that seems like something you're supposed to do just in life in general. Hi guys, isn't it really cool that you're sitting at home watching a stranger you don't know cut her hair? And I call this entertainment. The funnest part about me having bangs is
Maybe
that
she's starting to get a little burnout. I don't know.
A little deranged.
Maybe the signs are showing.
But I like a challenge. I live on the edge of a staircase.
I can't believe you're gonna do this.
You have to decide like where you want your bangs to start. And I don't know how to do this part. I'm gonna start here-ish. Do I want that much bangs? I guess so. Oh god. This calyx like, please stop now. And then I'm gonna slide this to make a triangle. Oh god. This has got no written all over it. I'm gonna hold it in my mouth because that seems like what you do. And that covers up my vision, so I shouldn't do that. Ow! I think there's still blood in my hair.
I think there might be.
Yeah.
Yay! Bang bang! Let me hear you say, Grace, you shouldn't do this. That's off! Oh shit. This is just gonna be a
The things we do for our art.
Yeah.
bangs yourself.
Really, I mean, I had to show up to work that
Really
day.
can't see what you're doing. Why is that part still uneven? Jesus, God. I hate this. Dear future Grace.
I can't tell if you're getting just like more real and honest and vulnerable, or if you're just so burnt out that you can't give a single.
Yeah, it might be the latter. I think it's just like I'm doing this, and look at me showing them my real life right now.
Yeah.
Because there really was no way to hide that this had happened.
Yeah, when you commit to making a video every weekday, there's gonna be something.
Yeah, and you fall down the stairs in the middle of it. Like you gotta, I guess, address it.
Well, and I too can relate to getting the worst possible. Well, I think I probably got a worse haircut on camera for content.
Really, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we did a real life bowl cut. Bowl
Yeah.
on my head and cut it. And
Wow.
It's bad.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was in the
trauma
in the pandemic where I couldn't just go and get my hair cut.
Wow.
Oh, you also
Wow.
did make a video after getting wounded too. Do you remember when you had that black eye?
Oh yeah.
And you were like, I gotta make content about this black eye.
Yeah. Yep.
See, we're not
Yeah.
that far off
Yeah,
from
I
each
feel like
other.
we're
Yeah.
very similar. We've experienced very similar things. I've never tripped over a dog and fell downstairs.
There's still time.
But I've certainly fallen downstairs on many occasions.
Yeah, you guys got lots of dogs around here. So.
That's true.
I'm so sorry. Does that look good? Good choice clicking on this video, y'all. Real entertaining shit going on here.
Why am I mad? I'm mad at myself.
You're like mad at the audience too.
I'm taking it out on the audience, but I'm clearly just upset with myself.
I'm just kidding.
This girl just needs to go lay down and drink some water. Jesus.
She refuses to have a moment of peace to herself.
This is actually a PSA for content creators. So just like when they feel they should stop, to stop.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you don't.
Yeah.
I can't feel things, but foreheads can. So I'm separating the hair that I want to blend the bangs into my hair, and then the hair that I just want to be banged.
And I'm just legit learning stuff.
Yeah, I'm like, the thing is, I'm genuinely trying.
But they have like the one weird allergy that keeps them from being totally cool. And now, like Jesus once said, here's where shit's cray. Make sure your tone is level, and I'd say start cutting.
Oh yeah, look at those house scissors.
Yeah.
I literally have those.
I don't think I even knew at all that you could get hair scissors from anywhere.
This feels like a bad decision, but I can't go back in time. Oh my god. You should probably use haircuts. Oh, no, everything's failing. Perfect.
Oh.
Okay, we gotta fix
Excellent.
some. So we're gonna chop up into it a little bit.
It's kind of giving Lady Gaga.
Yeah, very Sia.
It actually is working.
Sia, that's what it is. It's Sia.
Fun. Then you're gonna take your hair straightener again, and so it's not so flat. We're gonna kind of roll it.
It does work though.
Wow.
Oh.
We're having fun.
Transitional
Right above
piece.
your eyes. Ah, I think we got it. We're done for now.
You actually did it.
Wow.
Better for me.
It's shocking.
You did it.
I just gave myself bangs.
Okay, it looks legit. It looks
Just
good.
like that, she has learned no lessons.
Well, yeah, now you can hide the evidence that there was any issue ever.
I just rewarded myself for the pain.
Yeah, there was no issue there. And you got a good video out of it.
Yeah, so no problems there.
No. So how much longer did you make 5 videos a week?
I think this was like the last year-ish or two that I was making 5 videos. When I started my own channel, I started to go down like 3 videos because I was like, oh, I can do whatever I want now.
Yeah.
But I felt like that was cheating going down to 3, and I felt like I have to keep up with this pace, and that started the whole hamster wheel of like, oh no, content has me by the balls right now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get out of this a little bit. Yeah, but it was a lot. I mean, I'm so proud. As much as she was struggling in a lot of ways, I am so proud of like how much I did at that point. I think at that point I wasn't even letting myself acknowledge like how much stuff I was trying to make. I was just like trying to push through constantly.
Yeah. Do you feel like you kind of like broken out of the shackles in some way? You said that content was just like...
Yeah, I feel like at this point I never let myself feel proud of anything I did because it was just like everything was developing and blossoming so much, and opportunities were happening that I had no idea would ever happen. So it's just like saying yes constantly and just like trying to just keep up with everything.
Yeah, because you also had the talk show.
Yeah.
Like I feel like we were running like parallel paths. Where we also just kind of said yes to everything. Yeah. Because it was like, when else am I going to get a chance to do a talk show?
Also, I didn't know how to say no to things.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was an option. Yeah. But also, in what world do you say no to something so incredible?
Yeah.
Like, people would look at you and be like, what the hell?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
It's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah. And I felt like at that point, was decent at interviewing people. Like, I felt like I had a fun time interviewing people in a way that was uniquely my own. And so I was like, yeah, let me do this. But then it was amazing and so stressful because it was the first time that as an individual content creator, I had such a big crew and so many people dependent on me. A lot of the other big projects I had done them in partnership with other content creators. And the talk show was the first one that was like just all on me. And I was so, like you were, and so nervous about f***ing up, so nervous about like ruining takes or like messing up interviews or not being on time or not making it as funny as possible. And I was just like so stressed at the same time as having like the most amazing opportunity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of pressure, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like, who's putting this pressure on me? Me?
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess it's just you a little bit, you know?
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, it was also like the first, people were like, you're doing the first of your kind. You're doing this hybrid thing. And it's so innovative and it's so cool. And it's such an opportunity to like pave this way. And I was just like, I just want to make someone laugh. God, it's so much pressure.
So many things were changing, and it was just like, we don't know like what this is gonna be. So it's just like, sure, I'll take.
There was no precedent for like what is a creator.
Right.
You know, everything. It felt like you were doing a lot of things for the first time, and you had no idea if it was worth your time or not. You just had to do everything. Yeah,
and there was such a conversation around new media and traditional media, and I remember the talk show being pitched as this way to hybrid and bridge these two things that were seemingly so at odds at the time. It was like there's this Rat Pack group of like misfit creators online, and we're all like, yay, high tides raise all ships, and then these like traditional goons that are looking down on us and being like, you guys don't have any talent, and we're going, we'll show you. And so it was like this huge separation, and then the talk show was like, oh, what if we take this girl from the internet and we put her in this like traditional space, but she does it her way, and then we'll bring the internet audience onto TV, as if it was like showing these cavemen YouTube kids like a television for the first time. And being like, have you ever tried watching me on this device? Yeah, it was wild times. It was so cool.
I think that could bring us to a segment that we do with all of our guests here.
Okay.
And it's, are you happy?
Are you happy?
I was told I'd be asked this, but
really?
You were warned.
Spoiled?
You were warned.
Hard to prepare. I think I am. I think.
That's good. Okay. You think though?
Yeah, I mean, I'm alive. So that in and of itself is huge success. And I think right now I'm in like a little bit of brain reshuffling of value systems, which is very exciting and also very disorienting. Yeah. So I think my definitions and feelings around happiness are like in a transitional state, which doesn't mean I'm not happy, but it just means I feel like
terrifying.
I think I'm growing up.
Dang.
I know, isn't that disgusting?
That's horrible.
I really feel like that's kind of happening right now, and it's very strange and very like weird, but also kind of cool. Because like things that make me happy, like back then, like making content made me so happy, and making people laugh made me so happy, and meeting anyone that said that they watched the videos made me so happy. And then content started to make me like sad and stressed out, and I was like, well, what makes me happy if it's not this thing that has absorbed or taken up my entire life? And now I'm learning a lot about like other things that make me happy, and that's like very, very good.
And now you're coming back to wanting to make more content.
Yeah, exactly. Because once you're happy, with things that are like outside of content, it's a lot more freeing to make content and like have fun doing it rather than that being like the source of my happiness. Yeah,
because it sounds like you did really enjoy making stuff like that. There was real, true happiness there.
Yeah, there's no way I could have made that amount of content if I didn't enjoy it. Right. It was amazing. It was so like incredible.
You started to, that was your only source of everything.
Fully overly identified with this being everything my life depended on and revolved around. And now I've sort of found my separation, which takes work to do to separate yourself and get like perspective outside of this thing. That felt so like comforting and defining too. Like I was in my early 20s. This like defined my personality and my identity in the world. So of course I like latched on to this being like the happiest thing that's ever happened. And now, I'm like redefining that, and the byproduct of that is like making content is a little bit more fun now. Yeah,
now creating is one part of it rather than all of it.
I love that.
The ticket.
There we go.
I love that. Well, because you came on here, we figured we owe you a gift.
We want to give you a little something.
I didn't want to like say that, but
you were expecting it.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
You can open that up here. You may know that Grace was in Smosh the movie. And
it was
we
very
feel like you were
successful.
never properly compensated.
Yeah.
Oh my
If
God.
you look in there, this is your residuals
Oh my
for your
God.
appearance on Smosh the movie. So
Thank
Yeah.
you
it's
so
around like what, like $1.38, something like that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming out, spending 2 full days of your life.
$1.23.
We know how busy your life was. We know how burnt out you were, and you still made time to appear in our movie.
Thank you.
And I'm glad that we could finally properly accommodate
Give you what you're owed.
Thank you.
the residuals that were not sent to you.
Yeah, that was truly an incredible life-changing experience.
Yeah, I'm sure that's usually
Sure.
part
I'm sure
of
it
your
was.
story when you talk about your story.
A lot of my interviews, for the majority, it's my time on set
Right.
at Smosh movie.
Yeah, Taylor will talk about how she was inspired by you.
Yeah.
You talk about how you were inspired by your time on the Smosh movie set.
Yeah, the secretary of YouTube, like the gatekeeper of YouTube. I mean,
Yeah.
the symbolism was there, guys.
Yeah, remember
I
that
saw
time
it.
when you laughed and called me backflip microphone guy, and you said that I had the microphone stuck in my ass, and you laughed? That was a really good moment.
Yeah.
It was pretty iconic.
Yeah, I think so. Thank you
Yeah.
guys so much.
You're welcome.
I
You're
can
welcome.
drive home now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can pay for the parking.
Yeah.
And
Thank
it will cost more than that to get out of our parking gate. So,
Awesome.
yeah.
Sweet. Thank you guys.
We don't validate.
That's
Yeah.
so you guys.
Yeah, it's just a fun little thing we like to do here.
Yeah.
For our guests.
Prank. I call it a prank. Well, thank you so much, Grace. Even in this room, like you've made an impact.
That's very sweet.
She's gonna hate me for it, but like Erin's a fan.
Aaron grew up watching you.
She grew up watching you.
Watching that hot mess express every day. My God. I hope
Also,
you learn from my mistakes. Get off those stairs.
Yeah,
Erin.
it's dangerous.
also James and Lizzie, who work with us, met because you reblogged James' video.
Yeah, you guys can never break up. I hope you guys know that.
Yeah, give a little zoom in and out so the camera, so everyone knows that's the celebration
The
for
greatest love
that's
story.
the matchmaker.
I know. I'm so happy that you guys are happy.
Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you, guys.
You're an absolute icon and a legend.
Thank you. Honestly, this has lightened a bit of the load of looking back on stuff, so I really appreciate it.
Where are you posting your content?
I'm at Grace Helbig on everything. My friend Mamrie and I do a podcast called This Might Get Weird every Wednesday, and then we talk about reality TV on Fridays. But just at Grace Helbig, trying to have some fun, putting some stuff out there.
Hell yeah.
Go check her out.
Go check her out.
If you haven't.
And we'll see you guys next week. Also, if you want to make a song for a little theme song at the end, you can submit it on our Discord. Love you. Bye.
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 Flashback with Smosh, what's it all about? Watching millennials check their old stuff out. But wait a minute, this is hella funny. Flashback with Smosh tells the tale of Ian and Anthony.